WTOL 11 Sports presents Big Board Friday, sponsored by Ohio Northern University. Your dreams await. And by Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Doing it different, doing it right. By Frickers, the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits. By PT Link Physical Therapy. Feel the difference and get relief now. By Renewal by Anderson. Anderson Window Muscle. Local 419 Hustle. By Absolute Mobile Glass. Nobody does it better. Nobody does it faster. Absolutely. And by Schrader Tire and Oil. We keep the transportation industry rolling and safe.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Noelle Blumel. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Big Board Friday, or should I say Black Friday. Hope all of you are enjoying the holidays this week. We sure have. We had 3 area football teams hoping to feast on a trip to Canton, Central Catholic, Liberty Center, and Hopewell Loudon, all sitting 1 win away for playing for a state championship. So let's see how they did. Beginning in Fostoria, where the Fighting Irish aim to capture a 4th straight state semifinal victory. Central has been dominant this entire playoff run. Starting in the second quarter, Irish down 6-0. Ali Beydoun back to pass, airs it out on the move to Preston Frizel, who comes down with it in the end zone. Extra point would give Central the lead. Now jumping to the 4th, Cuyahoga up 20-7. 9 minutes to go in this game. Beydoun fires to Jerome Davis in the end zone. He hangs on to it, and the Irish are now only down 6. Then 2 minutes to go, Beydoun back to pass, floats it to Jeremiah Fuller. The running back bounces off a defender and waltzes into the end zone for the tying score. Point after would give them the lead. So Cuyahoga would get within field goal range, and with just a few seconds left, they go for the 29-yard field goal, but it goes wide right. The kick is no good, and the Irish hang on to win the state semifinal in a thriller, 21-20, the final. Here's Chase Bachman with more.
Noelle, there was a point in the second half where Central was down 20-7, and it looked like their season was going to end here. But the Irish put together back-to-back touchdowns in the fourth quarter, including one in the final 2 minutes, and held on to win a thriller. 21-20, the final score.
I feel great. It reminds me of last year, a close game, and we knew coming in that's a really good team, and they execute their offense and defense really well. So I'm just really, really proud of our guys.
I feel great. It's a blessing. Go back. We did last year, we fell short, but we're coming for revenge this year. Penalties was killing us. Second half, we had the locker room, had that talk. Stop the penalties. We beat ourselves first half. We came out as a team and started doing what we do.
Yeah, it's amazing. The first half we didn't have any really flow going either side of the ball. You're down 14-7. We had 16 plays offense in the first half. We have drives longer than that at times, and didn't put our kids in some of the best positions the first half. They ate a lot of clock, and it's amazing watching high school kids sometimes what they're able to do on both sides of the field. Just an amazing performance by both teams tonight, and we're fortunate enough to come out on the end. We tell them every week they hear this. It's a cliche, but it's true. All 48 minutes matter, and every point matters, and here we are tonight.
Central is headed to their 4th straight state title game, and for the 3rd year in a row, they'll play Bishop Watterson. Reporting from Fostoria, Chase Bachman, WTOL 11. Noelle.
To Lima we go. Number 1 ranked Liberty Center seeking to keep its perfect season alive. 4th straight year the Tigers are playing in a state semi. Opening quarter, LC up 14-0 when Caden Kreinbrink throws it up for Ethan Gray in the end zone, and check that out, one-handed snag for a touchdown. They would lead 28-10 at the break. First play of the second half, Garrison Cruz shredding defenders left and right as he goes straight up the middle and showcases the speed too. 75 yards to the house, extends the lead. Late stages of the third quarter now, Baxter Barrett, he's going to get his opportunity. That we'll see right here. He'll weave his way in for another touchdown, second one on the night for him. And what a junior class these Tigers have. Running clock now, defense continuing to put a stamp on this game. And Logan Cifuentes, back from injury, gets to the quarterback and holds on for the sack. Another dominant performance as Liberty Center is headed back to state. They win it 42-10. Here's Tyler Segerman with more.
For fans of these Tigers, there is no better deal on Black Friday than scoring another trip to Canton. The boys in black dominant once again. And during a week where we celebrate thanks, this team, this staff, this community, grateful to have another chance to play for a state championship.
I don't know, it kind of hits you all at once. I'm just so thrilled that I get another week with my brothers and with this coaching staff, and I'm just happy we get the chance to bring one home for this community. The fact that it doesn't matter who's on the field. You know, we all trust each other, we all know our jobs, and we play to a standard. Everybody plays to this standard no matter who it is.
Yeah, just an unbelievable feeling. I mean, to get another opportunity to get there, I mean, we're so close these past 2 years, and just to get another chance to play for the state title, I mean, that's why we lifted in the offseason, condition and all those things, just to get one more chance.
You know, it's pretty special. You know, we're trying not to take anything for granted because this just is really unique to have this opportunity. But we've got a really special group of guys that have just committed to each other, and couldn't be more proud of all the work and effort they've put into this. We've been preparing for this all year. We know we're gonna see the best. So we got to play our best, and so we got to get ready to do that.
So Liberty Center, for the third straight season, will cap its year playing for the Division V state title. They will take on Wheelersburg in the nightcap next Saturday night. Yes, the OHSCA granting them that 7:30 kick. Well-deserved, and should provide quite the stage to finish off this football season. Here in Lima, once again, Liberty Center 42, Indian Lake 10. I'm Tyler Segerman for WTOL 11.
All right, thanks, Tyler. A spot in the state championship now down in Wapakoneta. 10-4 Coldwater against 12-1 Hopewell Loudon. First quarter, Cavaliers up 3-0 on their second drive. And on the 3rd and 14, Carson Homan moonball right into the bread of the basket for John Pullman, who hauls it in for the first down. That play will lead to Derek Dews reaching the end zone on 4-yard rush as Coldwater will take a 10-6 lead in the break. Now back from halftime, Coldwater marching right down the field on their first drive of the second half, ending with Homan keeping it for the touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion on the ensuing play, with Homan getting the job done yet again. The score is now 18-6 Coldwater, but things did get dicey when the Chieftains down 18-14 to score their first lead of the game, 20-18. The Cavaliers looking to respond late, but coming up wide on the field. Goal attempt to recapture the lead, and that will do it. Coldwater falls 20-18, while the Chieftains head to the state finals for the third time in program history. Well, it is now time for our first break in the show, but still plenty more to get to, including a look at the biggest game in college football, Ohio State versus Michigan, so don't go anywhere.
You're watching Big Board Friday!
Thank you, Liberty Center cheerleaders. Welcome back. Let's pivot to some college football, shall we? Tomorrow at noon, the fiercest rivalry in all of sports adds another chapter. Top-ranked Ohio State looking to snap a 4-game losing streak to Michigan, while the Wolverines once again in position to play spoiler and perhaps sneak into the playoffs themselves. For the Buckeyes, a lot of pressure despite being the #1 ranked team in the country for majority of this college football season. Ohio State currently sits at an undefeated 11-0 record and has been beating opponents by an average of 26 points. But as they say, especially in a rivalry, nothing matters beforehand. Now, the Buckeyes have yet to win the game since 2019, as mentioned, but head coach Ryan Day said he's tried to keep this week as normal as possible for his players and that it'll ultimately come down to the turnover battle. As for the Wolverines, they're looking to make it 5 rivalry wins in a row for the first time in 99 years. That's right, it's been almost a century since Michigan has won 5 straight against Ohio State. And the Wolverines know the battle they have ahead of them. They enter this game with an overall record of 9-2 and 7-1 in conference. Let's not forget they were in a similar underdog position last year and went to Columbus and came out on top. Now they should have a little bit of home field advantage up in Ann Arbor, and it should shape up to be another exciting game tomorrow at noon. In the MAC, Toledo is also heading up north on Saturday. The Rockets are set to face Central Michigan in a highly anticipated game as MAC championship implications are on the line. Toledo capped off an undefeated home record this season after taking down Ball State in the Glass Bowl last weekend. And while they've only won 1 road game this season, getting back to Ford Field has been a goal from the start and will add more fuel to their fire. Now, if Toledo beats Central Michigan, it does not guarantee a spot in the championship. They need to win and Miami needs to lose. But obviously, winning would put them in a better position to face Western Michigan for the title. Here's Kendall this week on his outlook.
again, it's rinse and repeat, right? I mean, you got to get ready to practice. So, we got on the field yesterday, corrected some of the mistakes that I thought were, that showed up in the game on Saturday, and then, got a little intro into what we think CMU is going to be. So, we got to go put it out there in a live setting tomorrow at practice, and handle the rest of the week that way. So, I don't know if wins or losses. We don't know if last week's games matter at all. I mean, we still have a new set of challenges this week, and we got to answer the bell.
One more stoppage before we wrap this show up. Still to come, a pivot on the hardwood. Scott and St. John's beginning its season tonight. Those highlights coming up next.
You're watching Big Board Friday!
Thank you, hopeful, loud, and cheerleaders. Welcome back. Although football remains at the forefront of our minds, high school basketball is underway. Titan Dome playing host to a season opener tonight. St. John's taking on Scott to begin their campaign. Head coach Mike Schoen and star forward Race Kowalczyk coming off a 15-win season last year for SJJ. First half winding down, Titans well ahead, but Jakari Johnson is there for the putback to send them into halftime. Second half now, Race Kowalczyk gets it to Coy Hammock, and he drains the three-pointer, nothing but net there to extend St. John's lead. Later, Scott far behind, but still pushing through. Ball gets to Rashid Reed, the second, and he's going to dribble before taking the jump shot and putting up two more for the Bulldogs. Finally, St. John's with the ball again, passing it around until it gets to Jack Lindsay in the corner, and he's going to pull up wide open and sink the three for three more for the Titans. And St. John's would roll in their season opener, winning by a final of 72-21. Well, that's going to do it for another edition of Big Board Friday. If you missed any of the highlights or want to rewatch the show again, visit our website or watch on WTOL 11+. Have a great night, everyone.